Hair loss is a problem faced by both men and women. According to the US National Library of Medicine, more than 50% of all men over the age of 50 will be affected by male pattern baldness at some point. So it is quite an understandable concern. Hair loss can be extremely detrimental for an individual because a lot depends on how we look in the modern world. Our career, our relationships, personal life, and self-esteem. Fortunately though, nowadays we can observe an increased number of hair growth cases. However, complete hair restoration is possible if the patient starts dealing with it on time. In today's video, we will discuss the pros and the cons of these methods and conclude which one is the best choice for you. With that said, let's get into it. Also, before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It really helps us out and helps motivate us to keep creating more content for you guys. To be real honest, the answer is simple. To find out which option is better for you, there is a simple formula. If the hair follicle still produces at least some hair, even if it is thin and barely noticeable, then it is alive and capable of reproduction. In this case, treatment usually gives noticeable results. If, however, the follicle no longer produces any hair and the scalp area has long become hair-free and smooth, then only transplantation will help you to regrow. Note that there is no such thing as asleep follicles that, quote, wake up from the use of magic miracle remedies. It is just marketing. Sleeping follicles do not exist. The hair follicle is either alive and capable of producing hair, or has already died and cannot be reanimated. It should also be noted that the result of treatment in men and women are clinically very different. Women respond much better than men to medical procedures, and hair restoration is possible even with a severe degree of alopecia. Treatment in men as a rule is aimed at inhibiting the process of hair loss because complete restoration, for example, of the hairline in the frontal temporal lobe is impossible without surgery. But anyways, transplantation is the process of transplanting hair follicles from donor areas full of hair to bald areas on the scalp. Nowadays, hair transplantation is a widespread, well-established, and highly effective hair restoration procedure when other methods no longer work. The International Society of Hair Restoration Surgery officially recognizes two methods of hair transplantation: FUE harvesting, which stands for follicular unit extraction, and traditional FUT, which stands for follicular unit transplantation. The seamless method FUE represents microsurgical manipulations and the extraction of individual hair units, obtaining grafts from them and then their implantation without incisions or sutures. 1 out of 3 hairs is individually taken from the back of the head or other areas of the body. The operation is painless and takes only 1 day to perform. There are 2 techniques to the seamless method: manual and mechanical. The benefit to this method is that it is less invasive, as individual hairs are taken out and not entire areas of your skin, and there is no scarring whatsoever. FUE hair transplant maintains much higher success rates across the board than other techniques at an astounding 90%. Now, for the traditional FUT method, it is associated with obtaining a donor material from the skin fragment taken from the back of the head, from which grafts are formed. The downside is that after the operation, a thread-like scar remains on the area that it has been taken from. So what we can conclude from that is that the FUE is less traumatic, does not leave any scarring on the skin and the donor area, and the patient's recovery time is much quicker. Moreover, this method allows receiving grafts not only from the occipital area, but also from other parts of the body, like the chin, the chest, the legs, etc. However, this method cannot be used for large areas of baldness, when more than 2,500 individual grafts need to be transplanted, as the procedure itself takes a minimum of 8 hours, regardless if it's manual or mechanical. The advantages of FUT are that the operation time is 3 to 4 hours, it is an easy way to isolate grafts, and there is a less than 3% chance to damage the hair follicles, and it is also a low-cost surgical procedure. This method has undeniable advantages in the case of higher levels of baldness, without reducing the density of hair in the occipital donor area, as the FUT method allows transplanting up to 12,000 hair follicles, which is approximately 5,000 grafts in 5 to 6 hours, making this hair transplantation ideal for women because it does not require shaving the occipital zone. Although there is scarring, longer hair makes it practically invisible to the untrained eye. As for hair loss treatment, it involves the use of medications that act directly on the hair follicles, and it is obviously less invasive. You can check out a video on the top 5 methods to treat hair loss in men for a more extensive breakdown. But generally speaking, hair loss treatment procedures both in men and women include the following. Various injection techniques like mesotherapy, which is a technique that uses injections of vitamins, enzymes, hormones, and plant extracts. The use of external preparations like serums and different stimulating and strengthening compounds. Vitamins and dietary supplements, as well as the use of non-aggressive hair and scalp care products. The best results are achieved when several procedures are combined at once. One of the most common mistakes that people tend to make is only using one singular product. For example, the most efficient and optimal results are achieved by using medications like minoxidil, finasteride, vitamins, ketoconazole shampoo, all put together. In any case, only complex therapy gives optimal results, and you have to be prepared for the fact that treatment is a long process, and in some cases, treatment can last forever, until you stop altogether and accept your condition. However, in my opinion, the final result is worth the effort and the discipline. So as a conclusion, if your baldness is higher than Norwood 3, no medication can restore your hair. In this case, you need to be looking for hair transplantation options. On the other hand, if your baldness does not exceed Norwood 3, you can opt for treatment. You can check out a blog post about the top 5 hair regrowth methods for a detailed and more extensive breakdown on the topic to help you choose what options suit you the most. However, you also have to take into consideration that even if you do get a hair transplant, you will still need to use medications like finasteride and minoxidil to help ensure the fact that your hair doesn't fall out in the following years. Otherwise, if you don't, the likelihood is that the hair will fall out eventually. And that is all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're looking for tips about hair regrowth, beard care, beard grooming, you can check out our website, HAIRGC. It is pretty awesome. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Also, do not hesitate to ask any questions about anything and everything hair and beard related in the comment section. We'd gladly answer them for you. But with that said, my name is Gio. Happy holidays, and I will see you next time.